Hi, welcome back. And in this video, we're going to continue to puzzle number 17. Yes, you can find that in the second pack from the top, Advanced Logic Starters. And this is the number 17 we're going to do. Um, Even though it says medium plus, that doesn't mean it's any easier than hard or even very hard. Um, so these difficulty levels are, to me, they're kind of misleading. Sometimes I find some of the medium plus puzzles actually more difficult than the hard ones. Um, so anyway, so let's continue to the next one, 17. Okay, let's just take a look at the whole thing before I begin. So yeah, I usually like to start from the top or the bottom or maybe one of the corners, but it doesn't really matter, right? Difference of two. So, right? Okay, so let's look at the 4 here. This is somewhat like the diagonal one. We're gonna look at the 4 spaces shared by the 2 and the 4, right? So this and that. So I'm talking about these 4 spaces. Right? So for the 2, complete the 2, I need to find 2 more black spaces. And we have to identify whether those 2 black spaces to complete the 2 must be in the space that are shared by the 2 numbers, right? And looking at the 4, right? This is a shared space between the 2, right? And besides that, I have only 2 empty spaces. So to complete the 4, I need to have those 2 in here, right? So if this is the shared space between the 4 and the 2, right? I could have only 2 here, and then these are the remaining empty spaces, right? So that means these 2 must become black spaces, and I need to have those 2 in here, right? So when I do it, this is when I do it, I I do this. I look at the 2, I look at the 4, right? And then I have to determine whether those 2 will be in this space or not. If it's not, then you just have to move on. Right? So, and then I move this, and then I try to do this in my head. Okay, so what do I need in here? What do I need in here to complete the 4? Do I need the 2 or no? Right? And then I move up, and then I see that I have only 2 more spaces here. That means I need to have the other 2 in there. So by doing that, I go from 2 to 4 like this, and I go, okay, by doing that, now I just realized that I found that I need to have the 2 to complete the 2 black spaces, I need to have it in here, right? So I go like this, and then I go, okay, so I found the 2. Right? We don't know which 2, but that will complete the 2 like that, right? And then I move up this way, and then I go, and then that will also complete the 4, right? Because I found 2 in here, and then I have 2 more, okay? Then of course by doing it this way, we know which 2. Um, okay, let's do this first. Difference of 1, right? So let's do that. To complete the 3, since I could have only 1 black space because of the 1, right? These 2 must become black spaces, and that will also complete the 1, right? Um, yeah, 7 and 4, right? Difference of 3. Doing that. Difference of 2, 7 and 5. I could do that. Difference of 1, 3 and 2, right? 1 black space, 2 on the top, right? Um, oh, let's do this. Looking at the 7, I could have only 1 more black space, right? This area, right? Only 1 more. And looking at the 7 this way, since I could have only 1 black space here, the remaining 6 spaces must become black spaces to complete the 7. Right? Difference of 2, right? Oh, we could do that. Or two same numbers, right? 6 and 6. 3 black spaces in the left column, so I need 3 in the right column. Okay, same number, 3 and 3 same numbers. 1 black, 2 gray, 1 black, 2 gray spaces. Difference of 2, 5 and 3, right? Do that. Difference of 1, 6 and 5. Let's look at the 7. Yeah, this could be kind of hard to see, but now we're going to look at the overlapping spaces between the 2 and the 7. So these are just horizontally aligned, right? Not diagonally. So looking at the 2 and the 7, these two spaces, and look at the 2 here. I need to find one more black space to complete the 2, right? Now, does that one black space have to land in one of the 2 spaces that are shared by 2 and the 7? Get that, right? And then I move over to 7, right? Since the most number of black spaces I could have besides the shared area, right? Even if I do that, I have 6 black spaces, I would still need one more, right? That means when I'm doing this, like, okay, so one more black space, and does it go in here? So that's how I approach it. I do this, and then I think about that one more, right? And then I move the cursor here this side. Then I go, okay, since I could have only 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 6, 7th one must be in there. So that means, yes, the second black space needed to complete the 2 must be in one of the 2 spaces. That means I just completed the 2. I mean, I partially completed the 2, right? So, and that also means I partially completed the 3. Okay. Yeah, difference of 3, right? Okay. Difference of 2. Difference of 2 this way. 6 and 4, right? Do that. Same numbers, 3, 3, right? So I need one black space here, 2 gray spaces on the top as well. Difference of 1, 4 and 3, so do that. The same numbers, 6 and 6. 2 black, 1 gray space, 1 gray, 2 black spaces. Right? Difference of 1, 4 and 3. Difference of 3, 6 and 3, right? Difference of 1, yeah, 7 and 6. Right? So, do that. 2 same numbers, 6 and 6, this way. 2 black spaces in the bottom row, 1 gray, 1 black, so I need to have the second black space. Make it 2 black spaces and 1 gray, and on the bottom row, 2 black spaces and 1 gray, right? I think going forward, I don't think I need to explain the 2 same numbers anymore, right? Yeah. Difference of 1. But again, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. Difference of 1, 4 and 3 this way. Right. Okay. Difference of 2, 6 and 4, right? becomes that. I got the 3. Same numbers, 6 and 6. Right? 1 gray, 2 black, 1 gray, 2 black spaces. Like that. Let's see which way I should go. Okay. I'm gonna try to do this area here before I move on. So let's just do it here. Difference of 3. Difference of 2, 7 and 5, right? And again, 7 and 5 not going this way vertically. Okay. 3 and the 5. This is another diagonal example, right? 3 and the 5, and the spaces share between 3 and the 5. Right? I need to have all 3 in there because to complete the 5, I only have 2 remaining spaces in here. Okay, so all 3 black spaces to complete the 3 have to be in the space share between 5 and the 3. Okay, so 3 here, 4th one, 5th one, right? And having 3 in there means I've also completed the 3 like that. Okay, okay, so let's do 7, 2, right? Right? The diagonal difference of 5, right? Okay, difference of 3, right? Difference of 3 again, like that. 7 and the 2, like that, right? Difference of 2, 7 and the 5, this way, right? So it becomes that. Oh, okay, that's that. Difference of 2, 6 and 4, right? So I could do that. Let me just do, I could do the 5 also. Here too, 5 to complete it. Since I could have only one black space in the left column, right? Because of the 1. The remaining spaces have to be black spaces, and the last one in one of the 2, and that will also complete the 1, right? Another diagonal one, okay, which is here. 2 more black spaces to complete the 4 have to be in 2 of the 4 spaces shared between 4 and the 6, right? Because to complete the 6, I could only do 4, right? Right? So even if I were to fill in all the other ones with black spaces, I still need 2 more to complete the 6. So that means 2 more black spaces needed to complete the 4 will be in 2 of the 4 spaces, right? Shared by 4 and the 6. So that means I've partially completed the 4, right? 2 more in there, and I've partially completed the 6. 6 because I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, right? Okay, I think oh no, I'm not done here. Okay, let's look at the 6 and the 5, difference of 1. I could have only 1 black space, right, in this column because of the 1, right? So that means difference of 1 black space. It means 3 gray spaces here. 1 black space will complete the 1, right, like that, right? Okay, difference of 1, 6 and 5, 2 black spaces, so I need 1 there. Okay, another diagonal one. Look at the 3 and the 7. Okay, for the exact same reason, the 3 black spaces needed to complete the 3 have to be in 3 of the 4 spaces that are shared between 3 and the 7. Okay. difference of 2, right? So it becomes that. Oh, okay. Okay, look at the 5 here, right? I need to find 4 more black spaces, and I have 5 empty spaces, but the 2 spaces that are shared between 5 and the 5, right? I could have only 1 black space because of this, right? I could have only 1 black space. So that means I have 4, and then the 5th one is one of the 2, and that will actually complete the 5 here, right? Okay. Okay, another one here. Looking at the 5 here, right? So I need to find 3 more black spaces, and okay, the 2, right? The 2 black spaces will be in this column, because in the middle column I could have only 1 black space. Why? Because of the difference of 2 between 6 and the 4, right? So if I do all 3 black spaces in the left column, I could have only 1 black space on the right column, right? Because of the difference of 2, right? So that means that last one, that 1 black space, has to be in one of the 2 spaces, right? Because we need that to complete the 5. Meaning, looking at this, 6 and the 4, right? If 1 black space is in one of the 2, then this one will be gray, right? Okay, difference of 2, 5 and 3. Is that? Difference of 1, 4 and 3. Let's look at the 4 on the top and the 2, right? I need 2 more black spaces to complete the 4, but I could have only one black space, right? And the 2 empty spaces down there because of the 2, right? So that means this one has to be a black space, right? And the 4th one is one of the 2, and that will complete the 2 here, right? Difference of 1, 3 and 2, 1 black space on the top, so I need all gray on the bottom. Difference of 1, 3 and 2, right? Okay, let's look at the 4, right? I need 2 more black spaces, but I could have only 1 black space in this area because of the 1, right? So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is one of the 2, and that will complete the 1, right? Because one of them will be, okay? And now we could do all this, and okay, we're done in this area, so we could, let's just take a look at it. Okay. Two sixes, this one and this one, although they're not exactly in the diagonally aligned, sort of, right, in a diagonal pattern. So I need 1 more black space to complete the 6. Let's look at the overlapping space here, right? That last one has to be in one of the 2 spaces. Otherwise, I will not be able to complete the 6 here, right? So, because I could have only 5, and then the 6th one in here. So when I do it again, when I'm doing it, I look at it like that. I kind of picture it in my head. Okay, so by looking at that, the 6th one to complete the 6 has to be in one of the 2, right? So that will complete the 6, right? And that will also complete this one here, right? Like that. Oops. Okay, I got the 7 there. Oh, again, it's the same thing, but now this is horizontal, right? 4 and the 6, the two spaces shared between 6 and the 4, right? Fourth one needed to complete the 4 has to be in one of the two spaces here, right? So one of the two will be a black space that will complete the 4 like that, right? Difference of 1 for 2 and the 1. Likewise for these two, 2 and the 1 this way. Okay, let me just do that in the order. Okay, so 2 and the 1, so I could do this and I mark it up there like that. Okay, oh, this is there. The 5, okay, same thing. To complete the 5, I could have only one black space in this middle column, right? Why? Because of 5 and the 4, difference of 1, right? Even if I do this, I could have only one black space in there, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Difference of 2, 6 and 4, 3 black spaces, so one on the top. Let's see. Okay. Okay, two same numbers, 6 and 6, right? Like that, right? Same thing here, two sixes, two black spaces, one gray, two black spaces, one gray, right? Now two sixes this way, two black spaces, one gray, two black spaces, one gray, right? And two sixes this way, right? For the same reason, I could do that. Yeah, difference of 2, right? So I could do that. Okay, difference of one black space, so I'm gonna have 3 gray spaces on the top. Okay, yeah, I see another good one here. Okay, 22 minutes. Okay, I have a tendency to explain every single thing when I do it. 5 and the 4, by the way, difference of 1, right? And that makes it a very lengthy video, so I have to always be conscious of it. Two same numbers, right? But when I see something that I think is important, like it's very hard for me to not to explain. Anyway, so two difference of 2, right? Okay, let's do 4 and 4, right? Let's do that. Let's take a look at the 4 and the 8, right? Two more black spaces needed to complete the 4, right? And then this is the overlapping area spaces. Overlapping spaces between the 8 and the 4, right? So 3 spaces here, right? So the 2 more black spaces needed to complete the 4, right? Do they need to be in this area, right? Remember, when you have 2 of the 3, if the 2 of the 3 spaces are black, that means one of them will be gray. And as you know, to complete the 8, we need exactly one gray, right? To complete the 8. So yeah, so two black spaces must be in this row, right? If only one of them will be a black space, let's say, that means I'm going to have two gray spaces. And we cannot have two gray spaces for the 8, right? So yeah, when I do it again, I look for 2 and then I look at the 8 and I go, okay, so definitely I need to complete the 4 in this top row. So that will partially complete the 4 this way and partially complete the 8 that way, right? Okay, okay, difference of 1, 6 and 5, right? Two black spaces, I'm going to do it. So I need one up there. Oops. Okay, okay, let's do that. Okay, so look at the 5 and the 8, right? Three more black spaces to complete the 5, right? Do the 3 spaces, do they have to be in 3 of the 4 spaces here? Absolutely, right? Because that means one of them will be a gray space, right? And I could have only one gray space to complete the 8, right? So that will partially complete the 8 that way and partially complete the 5 this way, right? I got 3, 4, 5, right? Okay. Difference of 1, right? 5 and a 4, so I could do that. Okay. Difference of 2, right? I could do that. Okay. Okay, let's just go. Let me do this first. Let's just do this part here. One more black space, right? To complete the 4, right? That means I'm going to have 1. And difference of 1, right? Between 3 and 2. So that will make this one gray. Right? Two same numbers, 4 and 4, right? 3 gray spaces. I need 3 here too. Difference of 1, 5 and a 4, right? So that. And difference of 1 again, 5 and a 4 going this way. So I need 2 blank spaces on the bottom. Right? 1. Okay, so looking at the 2 and the 4, right? This one, I'm looking at this 2 and this 4. And the 2 spaces that are shared by the 2 numbers, right? Since I could have only one black space, and that black space has to land in one of the 2 shared space, right? Because when you look at the 4, right, I could have 3. Fourth one has to land in there. So that will complete the 2, right? 1 here and the second one up there. Okay. 2 same numbers, right? So comes that. Oops. Okay, what did I do? Yeah, like that, right? Yeah, 2 gray, 1 black, 2 gray, 1 black, right? Okay. And 1 black space to complete the 4, right? One of the 2 will be a black space, right? And if you look at the 4 here, if one of the 2 is a black space, that's 1, 2, 3, and this one also has to be a black space, right? Okay, oh, this is another nice one. Looking at the 6, we're gonna look at this and that, right? 2 more black spaces I need, right? and that two more black spaces have to be in two of the three spaces shared between the two numbers, right? Because if you look at the 6 down here, I could have only 4 black spaces. I need to have 2 more, right? So yeah, that those two. So when I'm doing it again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but yeah, to complete the 6, I know the two black spaces will be in this row, so I do that, right? And that will also complete the 6 down here as well, right? Yeah, same numbers, right? 6 and 6, so I could do that. Okay. And yeah, 4 and the 2, difference of 2, right? I could do that. Yeah, look at the 4 and this 3, right? Yeah, this is why having the solid comprehension of the diagonal numbers are so important. Um, this is exactly not in the exact diagonally aligned, but it's the same concept, right? So two spaces shared between 3 and the 4, right, which is here. And we have to determine whether that last black space to complete the 3 will land in one of the two spaces. Then I look at the 4, right? So um, these two, this is where the shared space, right? The two spaces here. And besides them, those two, I have 3 remaining spaces for the 4, right? So since I could have only one, so these 3 will also become all black, right? Now I explained it in the other way, like the opposite way. Instead of saying, does the third one have to be in here? Instead of doing it, I did it the other way. Now I'm using the 4, right? Same thing, but uh, I guess I'm just trying to confuse you even more. I guess. I hope not. Yeah, I don't know why I just did that, but oh yeah, so that's difference of 1. That's why I just did that. Um, okay, two same numbers, right? 2 black spaces, so I need 2 up there. Yeah, this is another sort of like a diagonal thing, right? I'm gonna look at the 4 and the 6, right? The overlapping spaces. So I'm gonna have the fourth one in there, right? And then look at the 6, right? So that means 1, 2, third one in here. So the remaining 3 spaces will also become black spaces, right? Okay, get that. Okay, difference of 3, right? 6 and 3. Um, difference of 1, 4 and 3. 3 black spaces here, so I need 2 there. Um, difference of 1, 4 and 3. I have 3 gray spaces down here, so I just need that 1 black space, and the other 2 will become gray. Difference of 1, 4 and 3. 1 black space down here, so I need to have 2 on the top. Okay, so one more black space to complete the 5, one of the two, right? And that will actually complete the 4 as well, right? Because I have one more in one of the two spaces, right, to complete the 5. Now looking at the 4, right? 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one of the two, right? So this will become gray, right? And so yeah, there it is. Yeah, 34 minutes. Yeah, I think I talked a little bit too much. Um, but if you're still with me, thank you. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by and checking out my channel. Again, any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. And I will catch you in my next video. Okay, so